Hey guys! Welcome or welcome back to Likewise Pod. I'm Issa.
And I'm Sam, and we're so excited for another episode this week. Welcome to July. We're so excited to kick off our July theme with a really fun episode. We're kind of getting like serious almost with like very not advicey but like or philosophical, but those are the only two words I can think of right now to describe like our topics for this month. Um
Yeah.
but it's going to be a really fun episode, and I think it's very much like hot girl summer in the way of like bettering your life and doing the things you love. So I won't get too much into it before we, you know, do our roses and thorns and everything.
Yes. Oh my gosh, wow. So, speaking of Sam, oh my gosh, Roses and Thorns, how fun.
I know.
Do you want to start us off with this?
Yes. Okay. So Thorn, last night I was supposed to go to some fun fireworks with my friends for like the 4th of July. But then we got a bad thunderstorm. It was like 50-mile-an-hour winds, and our roads were flooding. Very lightly, but they were flooding. So it got canceled. Also, the event was like a couple hours before the fireworks, too. Like, they had more stuff for like kids and families, and like bounce houses, cornhole tournaments, all that stuff. And they were like not posting for a long time that the event was canceled, obviously because they were trying to like take down everything and like make sure everything was done safely. um so like the priority wasn't telling people by 8:30 if the event was canceled when the event's at 10. They're one of their bounce houses, guys, blew away across the lake. Yeah. Yeah, wild. um but because it got canceled, they were still all set up, like they're gonna light off the fireworks tonight instead, so I'm maybe gonna watch, even though it's gonna be at 10, which is like my bedtime and I have to work tomorrow. So maybe I'll see them tonight, I don't know. And then my rose is that kind of finally exiting the writing slump that I've been in for a long time. And I think it's just the feeling of having that like pressure of a time crunch a little bit. And then also in a different episode, I talked about my mic being like, I don't know, fuzzy and weird, and how I couldn't figure it out yet. Have not explored that, but I did find I had a really nice mic a long time ago when we first started the podcast, and a piece of it broke off that like connected to its stand, so I stopped using it. And I just found out that my like little tripod for my vlog camera fits into the like hole of my old mic. So I'm able to use my nice old mic again, and so hopefully I don't have any audio issues with this one, because that would suck. But Rose is that I have a perfectly fine mic right now.
Yay! So exciting. Love that. My thorn, lol, I'm still not running. Oh well. Oh well. My rose. Also, yeah, I guess I'm slowly exiting the writing slump too. Exiting? That's I don't know why I said that. Oh, wait, it's because you said that. Never mind, sorry. Awkward. Anyways, I'm slowly getting out of writing slump too, and I think it is because we really do know like the pressure and the like deadlines we're under, which if you want to see our master calendar, let us know because it's kind of scary with or not like scary but like it's scary with like how little time we have.
Right.
That's the scary part. um yeah, and also I've been reading so much lately. I say that, but then I like didn't read from Thursday to yesterday, so awkward. But yay, like, and then went to book club. Not really book club, but because it's my friends and we just get together whenever we're all free, and we have snacks. We bring our books, but we have snacks and we talk and talk and talk. And then we'll like start reading a couple hours later, but maybe for like an hour or maybe 2 hours if we're lucky. But my sister went yesterday. It was so fun. Hee hee hee. Yay.
Love that. And also, I'm in the same boat for reading as well. Like, I thought I was like leaving my reading slump but I also haven't read in since like the weekend. So, but I did read a lot more than I have been recently. Um, but yeah, our theme for this month. So excited. Our theme is Summer Lovin', which
Having a blast.
right, we're having a blast, and we promise you it's going to happen so fast. Like that's what this month's gonna feel like. But no, I love Greece so much, so now I can't stop thinking about that. Um, but it's really just, I feel like it just encompasses everything you want your summer to feel like and be like, and just like
Yeah.
experiencing life.
Yeah, we're all about romanticizing our lives, and what better time to start than in the summer when it's honestly the easiest.
Yeah, yeah, starting right now, which also on theme with right now is today. Like we're talking about living in the present and just like all about being in the now. And I feel like that's a big part of romanticizing your life is just like taking in the present moment, being present, and I don't know, just trying to enjoy the moment and also like not taking the day to day for granted. That's another big part of it and what we're going to talk about today.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this episode, for this talk, because this is something that I struggle with a lot, but also it's something I don't know, I feel like it's a two things, a simultaneous thing for me. Or shoot, what's the word for that? I don't know. Like one, I struggle with it a lot, but two, like I also find it like yes, I can do this.
No, I see what you mean. I don't know if it's the right word for it either, but is it like the double entendre or a double-edged sword almost for you? Like
Oh, yeah, maybe.
that
Two
also
sides
doesn't
of a
seem right
coin.
either.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know if you're smarter than us and know what we're talking about.
Yes, real. But the time is now, and we're so glad that you're tuning in with us for our month of summer lovin'. And this month we are doing all episodes just me and Issa. No guests this month, but we have some really fun guests for next month for August. So definitely stick around, and maybe you'll get some sneak peeks at what those will be throughout the month. Um, yeah,
Yes.
and mini-sodes. We've got those too.
Oh, that's so true. Keep your eye out for what is it, week 3? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're doing
The
so
weekend
much
of the
this month.
20th.
Yeah, the weekend of the 20th.
Non-spoiler spoiler.
Yes. There's so much on our calendar for July, so it really felt fitting to do a theme like this. Because we're going to a lot of events, concerts. Issa and I are seeing each other this month, which is so
Yes, we're gonna
exciting.
try Swig in Utah.
Yeah. That's like top of the list. Like, yes, we're so excited to be going to Utah together this month and seeing Niall Horan, but like we get to try Swig. And if you don't know what Swig is, like please
Look it
look it
up.
up.
Clearly, you are not on the Utah/Mormon side of TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, no, exactly. I want to know. I want to know the hype. I want to go to the sody shop. Like I need to.
I need to.
But yeah. So living in the moment. Clearly, we're doing a lot of living in the moment because we just, I don't know, keep going and having whatever conversations we want instead of talking about everything we have noted. But that's the likewise difference.
So true. So true. Oh my gosh. No, I need the, I guess, advice that we're gonna be giving because I don't know. I'm not okay. I'm very much a person like I'm so focused on the future. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I like have this to do, I have this to do, this to do, blah blah blah. Like, and then I like focus on my past because of what I need to do for my future, or like I'm
Mm.
like, dang, if I would have done this at this time, or if I would have done this differently, then I could have been set up better, or like I wouldn't have to do this, or then I wouldn't have to blah 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 blah. So living in the moment, that's why it's difficult for me. But then when I'm just living in the moment and I'm like, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm like, wow, this is so nice. Or like just hanging out with friends or being like, wow, how fun. But then I get sad sometimes because I'm like, oh my gosh, we'll never be in this exact moment ever again.
Right. That's sad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel very similarly. Like I'm always thinking about the future and ruminating on my past simultaneously. And so that's definitely my obstacle to living in the moment also. And then what gets hard for me is when I try to live in the moment and like do things in the present, I then feel very like counterproductive because I feel like I should be doing something to like chase those dreams I'm having, like do it now, like don't wait on it, like if you have a dream, follow it, do it. So then when I am like I don't know, just like doing fun things and traveling for a weekend or like doing something and I'm like then not doing all those other things I want to be doing, I guess I'm just like, oh no, I messed up. But I don't know. It's hard to navigate, I think, especially if you're someone who has like a lot of creative hobbies. Um or like I think about writing and how like almost like the escapism and like the storytelling and the just everything you're doing writing a book feels so much like you're taking yourself out of the present moment because you're like doing something so futuristic and also fictional. So
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, it's definitely like isolating in the way that it pulls you out of the present moment, but at the same time like you are being present because you're following your dream and taking that opportunity, you know? So it's just weird. It's like
Yeah.
how do you do it right?
Yeah. I think like it's also not a mutually exclusive thing. Like thinking about the future while also being in the now. Like I think it can be a
Yeah.
both and situation, but you also like you, not like you personally, you in general, you also have to like just be mindful of it. Be like, okay, how do I take in the moment for what it is, but also like think about it intention like with intention. And I think that's where I lose it a lot is like I'm not like I try to be intentional, but honestly, if like truly I'm not super intentional with a lot of things. Um, but and so that's like where I think I really struggle with being in the moment is just losing that intentionality, um, or like being like, okay, what am I doing with this moment right now so I can appreciate it for what it is and not just be like, oh yeah, I'm in the moment, or dang, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That makes sense.
No, I like that. I feel like that helps not feel so like unproductive when you are like you shouldn't think of thinking ahead and thinking about the future and planning for the future. It's not always necessarily being counterproductive to being in the moment now. That's a
Yeah.
good point. I need to think of that all the time and like remind myself that whenever I'm like, oh, I'm just like thinking too much about the future that I'm not doing anything now
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Sometimes you need
Yeah.
to. Sometimes it's part of being in the present.
Yeah. I think like a lot of times, like, I mean, we're stressed with like pod stuff sometimes, or like writing, especially as of late. Maybe not like stressed, but we're like, oh my gosh, wow, we have a deadline. We have to do things now. And I think with that, like we've gotten lost and been like, okay, well, we need to do this for the future. We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to do this. Like for all of the deadlines. Um, and I think that's probably why, like, I mean, for me at least, like, why I haven't been writing, it's because, like, well, that's coming up. Like, that's not a now problem. That's a later problem. It's like, no, I should take advantage of the moment
Mm-hmm.
and, like, take advantage of, like, the time I have and, like, the creativity that I do have. And so, like, it's like, okay, even if I don't feel like I'm super in the mood for this, I should at least sit down and try. Or, like, do something.
Yeah.
Be in the moment. But, like, be in the right moments.
Be in the right moments. I love that. Dang.
Thanks. I'm philosophical or something,
Right.
I guess.
um, if you are a long, maybe not super long listener, likewise, but like long enough to know, we used to always talk about like our visual little like Pinteresty inspo that we like put on our episode notes for us to look at to just kind of like create a general like understanding and vibe and then just like motivation for the episode. Um, we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah. But we're bringing it back. Especially, I think, when we have topics like this, we really, really like it to, like, lean into maybe concepts and quotes that aren't our same perspective on it because, like, clearly we've said, like, this is something we struggle with, so we're not necessarily the best at. We might not be the best to give you advice, or we can give you advice, but it's also advice we need for ourselves. So I think
Mm-hmm.
seeing like other perspectives and advice on it helps us be able to like feel inspired and think of what we can do in our lives also. um but one I really really like is like somewhere in like California someone like had like a sign that they took a picture of like by a beach and it was just like a road sign and it was like said attention, take note of what it feels like to be alive right now. And I really like that, and it also reminded me of what we just talked about with Natalie in our nostalgia episode. um like how she
Yes.
said whenever she starts feeling like deja vu, she takes it as a sign to like live in the moment and like really be intentional of like taking in her surroundings and what's happening in the moment and what that means and like how she's feeling at that moment. Um, I really like that, and I feel like that's kind of what this sign made me think of, and I think that's something I'm gonna try to maybe like I don't know put on my lock screen on my phone or something to try to remind myself to be more intentional in taking those moments to like really like have those self check-ins of like am I in the present, be in the present for a little bit right now, and how does it feel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I like that one a lot. Just again, because I get so lost in the moment. I feel like, and it's like, what do I do for like for my future self, or like how could my past self have been better? Like blah blah blah. But it's like no, like yeah, our past selves are our past selves. Like that's what we've done, and our future selves like that is yet to be. So we're just right now. Like that's all we can do is be here and be right now. And I'm like, oh, that's so good. Which actually, like the next one, like that I really like is so along the same line. I mean, all of these are along the same lines because they're all like live in the
Right.
moment, like take advantage of the now. But it's a quote and it says, "Your time is now. Chase that dream now. Live now. Be here now. Follow your heart now. Take chances now. If you don't take every opportunity now, who knows when it will come again? Now or never. So pick now." And last year or the year before or something, I was like with my young adults group and like our director leader guy, he was just talking about like opportunity cost of just doing life and how every single opportunity that we have, like we always have a choice, like we can do it or we don't. And like the opportunity cost is like if we do this, then opportunity cost is something else that we could have done, or if we don't do this, then that's the opportunity cost. um but he was saying that like once an opportunity's gone, it's never going to come back. Like sure, like for example, if let's say you're let's say you start a podcast, right? Or like you want to start a podcast. If you don't take like that first opportunity to do it, that opportunity is not going to come back. Sure, you can have an opportunity to start a podcast again some other time, but it's not that same first opportunity, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. I was like, wow, that's actually such a good or such an interesting way of looking at it because I feel like so often I hear like, oh, like there'll be more opportunities or like there'll be other things that come and so it's okay, like it's the same, blah blah blah. But it's like, no, it's actually not the same. But sorry, I don't know. I had a place that I was going with this, but then I lost it. So I'm just trying to find my way back. Oh well. But I think like I don't know, just if something is meant, I am a firm believer of like everything happens for a reason. So like if I don't take an opportunity and it passes me by or I pass it by, whatever, however you want to look at it, and then you know what, the opportunity, that thing that offer, like, it's gone forever. Sure, that sounds like it could suck, but something better might come along later. Or that seemingly same thing might come along later, and where I feel more prepared, or where something else happens. And I don't know. I just think, like, live now, be here now, follow your heart now, take chances now. Like, oh, that's just so good. Like, just live and be now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, that was like such a long thing.
No, I love
kind
it.
of nothing.
It's not nothing. No, I really like it because it's. I saw something recently of people talking about like, oh, you know, like what's truly meant for you will never leave you. Like maybe I don't think that's like take that exactly literal down to every word because like I do
Mm-hmm.
think like second chances are very real with a lot of things. So like obviously like maybe something does leave or you're taking a hiatus from something. Not me just thinking about One Direction. Um every
It's
time
been
I
a
see the
long
word
18
hiatus,
months.
it's been so long. Um
Uh,
but like I don't think we need to take that too literally to be like, well, like I stopped doing this or I left that or whatever, so it's never coming back for me. But I do think like a lot of the time we do kind of need the reminder of like what's meant for you will not leave you. Like if you are
mm-hmm.
truly meant to be doing this, um, like you will find your way back, or you'll
Mm-hmm.
find, or if you weren't meant to be doing something that left you and you're kind of sad about it, you will grow and you'll find that the next thing that is really what you were supposed to be doing all along. So
Yeah.
I I like that mindset a little bit. I've been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not a inherently bad thing that, like, no opportunity will, or no offer, or no situation, or whatever, like, will ever be the same again. Like, it's not an inherent bad thing, because I feel like so many things that I've passed up, and like so many things that, like, I was like, I don't know about that. And then, like, I've had something come along that's like similar later, and I was like, okay, I feel so much more prepared. Like, I feel like I can do this now. Um, and it's just like, yeah, again, firm believer, everything happens for a reason. And you know what? Like, what's meant for you, like, if something is meant to be in your life, if you're meant to do something, like, you will find your way to it.
right.
Like,
It will be. Yeah,
it will be.
it will be.
If you love something, set it free. And if it
If it
comes
comes
back, it's
back,
meant to be. If it doesn't, then it's not. And it sucks for
right.
you.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I guess along that same line, kind of the next thing that we have in our notes, just like about living in the moment and enjoying the present, is just some like fun little quotes or like I don't know affirmations or like reminders, good little pieces of advice that are good for like maybe if you're like a sticky note on the mirror person, like write one of these down.
Mm.
That's like a good daily reminder. If you're like me, you like make a whole Canva collage for your phone background and you can write this quote on there. Just like something with intention. Because I think these are all really good reminders if you find yourself being someone who needs that like push and reminder to break out and enjoy the present. So yeah, got some little quoties for you, and I love them. The first one is enjoy moments before they become memories. I didn't. This one doesn't really have like a person attached to it. I think it's just like a nice common phrase. Moments before their memories. Aw.
Oh,
Reminds
that's
me
a
of like
cutie.
like disconnecting from your phone sometimes. Like yes, obviously take the
Mm-hmm.
picture, take the video, capture your memories, but also like don't forget to be present. Like at a concert or something, like take lots of videos, take lots of pictures, whatever. But also have those moments where you're soaking it in and being present, so that later you're not just like, wait, was I even there?
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, okay, so in October when I saw Boys Like Girls, and like they're the ones who like do like the Great Escape, like throw it away,
Yeah,
forget
yeah, yeah.
yesterday. Yeah, that song. Um, like they started it and like they went through like the first chorus and then they stopped. They're like, okay, everyone has their videos. Okay, now everyone put your phone away and let's be here together. I was like, whoa, that's so good. And then they restarted the song and did it. I was like, this is so fun. Like, not a phone in sight. I mean, granted, I was like second, third row on barricade. So maybe there were phones in sight. But I was like, wow, that is so fun. Like, yes, enjoy moments before they become memories. I feel like I think about that. Maybe not like those words exactly, but I'm like, dang, I'll never be here again. Let me take this all in when I'm at like a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get so sad. I'm like, I'll never be here again.
You're like anticipating the post concert blues.
Yeah. I'm like, stop, don't cry, don't cry.
I feel them setting in, and I'm at the event.
Yeah. The next one is a quote by Emily Dickinson. Forever is composed of nows. And I really like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that one is really catered to like people who find themselves in kind of the same predicament as us, like being very futuristic thinkers and also thinking about the past and that kind of stopping you from like being in the present. So like I think that kind of just validates that um feeling for like futuristic thinkers. Like yes, like that future is composed of your present moment. Just like the reminder that like yeah, great. Great that you're thinking about the future. But also that's made up of every single now. So
That's so good.
do something, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the next one is Wherever You Are, Be All There by Jim Elliot, which that's kind of the same thing as like enjoying the moment before it's a memory. Just like whatever you're doing, if you're at an event, I don't know why I always think like if you're at an event, but even like if you're just like at work or in a conversation with someone, like um being fully present or like just trying to remind yourself to do that, because I think we've lost a lot of that.
Yeah. Like, I know I have a lot of trouble, like, not checking my phone when I feel it buzz, when I'm in a conversation with someone, or like, even looking at my watch when I feel it buzz with a notification. And I genuinely, like, I feel so bad whenever I look, even though, like, I know so many people probably don't care, but I don't want it to seem like even even if your love language isn't quality time and you don't mind if I check my phone, or you don't mind if I like send a text, or like if I look at my email while we're in a conversation, or like make eye contact or whatever, like I don't want it to seem like I'd rather be anywhere but there, like in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so like even seemingly small things like that, like a conversation or a big thing like a concert or a gala or like an event of some kind, or just even on a walk by yourself, or sitting alone in your room, or journaling, or whatever you're doing, like I think it's so important to put your 100% into it. And yeah, I mean, but then that goes into like a whole other conversation, like, you know what, sometimes your 100% is what your 20% was yesterday, or maybe it's what your 150% was yesterday. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
whatever you have, give it all, give all that you can to whatever you're doing, whoever
Yeah,
you're with.
love that. That's very motivational, and like motivational in like an understanding way, like not in
Mm-hmm.
a like expecting everybody to be able to just like be at 100 all the time. Like no, we know you can't. Like
Yeah.
nobody is able to do that. I think it's a very unrealistic expectation. But yeah, I guess like it's kind of just the idea that it's very intentional, like being able to be someone who lives in the moment and just like enjoying the present. It almost feels like something you have to like not train yourself into doing, but it's like an active practice. Like I think it's something you have to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you have to remind yourself of these like mindsets or kind of like what the goal is with being present, and then like actively put it into practice, especially just I don't know, with how digital and how much we lean on technology and everything. um I think it's gotten a little harder to stay practicing um this, just like being in the present. um but I feel like the more you put it into practice and the more you become someone who's like, I think it gets easier if you're like consistently
Mm-hmm.
practicing it. You'll become someone who it feels more like natural to be going with the flow, being in the present, like maybe even being more spontaneous. Like, yeah, there are people who are very much naturally present, but I do think most people have to work really hard to like get detached from your phone or be actively choosing to be present in your life and everything. Um, but I've been thinking a lot about how, like, if you're being really intentional about it and you start putting it into practice and it just becomes more of a, like, habit and becomes more of the mindset you're living in, that it will both change the way that you, I guess, like, are showing up for yourself and the way you're showing up for other people. I know we talked about, like, in conversations and things, but I think you get more comfortable with, like, being there for the people in your life
Mm-hmm.
and the people you surround yourself with, but also for yourself, because I think you'll be so much happier with, like, the way you're living your life.
Yeah, and I think like I mean obviously the more you practice it the better you'll get, but it goes from being a reactive thing to a proactive thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just and then it becomes from just being like proactive where you have to like actively like choose it and remember it, but it just becomes like second nature.
Mm. Yeah, I like the proactive versus reactive thing because, um, like, I guess a good example of that is like getting your weekly screen time notification from your phone. And I feel like a lot of people, that's the, like, reactive moment for a lot of people. They're like, oh my gosh, it was up 70% compared to last week. It's summer. Like, I should be outside. I should not be on my phone this much. Like, what could I be doing? That's me. Like, it's literally me. Um, but, like, I feel like that's the moment where a lot of people get reactive. And then it's like, that's kind of the moment where it's like, well, how am I going to choose to, like, where am I going to choose to be present in my day to day and to lower this, or not like you need to lower it, but it's like clearly the negative reaction to it being so high sometimes is like, that's, you're reminding yourself that, like, hey, I don't want it to be that high. Hey, I want to be doing more things. I want to have plans. So it's like, maybe you're gonna set a goal to, like, have dinner plans with a friend that week, or like, how are you gonna get outside each day? Like, maybe it's a walk where you're, like, not on your phone besides, like, whatever music you have on, or um I don't know, lots of different things. Whatever your interests are. But I feel like that's the, like, reactive moment, but then the more and more you do it, it becomes more of a habit. It's just more how you live your life, and then you've just become very proactive in, and yeah, like, that whole, like, second nature idea. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. No, there was so much more I was gonna say about that, and then I just wasn't even looking at the notes, so I forgot. Um,
Oh no, you're so fine.
I I was talking about us doing this as our topic for this episode to one of my friends, and she had just recently done, like, a full social media break for, I'd say, like, a month, maybe even over it. But her break was also, like, it was like no media period. I think she listened to audiobooks, but, like, she wasn't watching TV or going on social media for that whole month. And um, also, when she started doing it, she didn't even set, like, a deadline, which I think is helpful, because I think a lot of people, they set, like, a deadline of when they're gonna go back, and that's what motivates them to keep going, is that they're gonna get it back. But she went into it with the perspective of, like, I haven't decided, like, I'm just gonna, like, kind of see how long I want to keep it up, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought that was cool. But she told me that she thinks it really did impact her ability to live in the present, because she didn't even think about how not having social media and TV and things would impact her day to day and, like, her conversations with people, because she would then see, like, people around her being on their phones or whatever, or, like, then it's like the second, like, you're home from work or you're alone or something, or if you're gonna have your dinner, that it hits you that, like, oh, I don't have anything to watch. I am not gonna be scrolling on my phone. Like, what am I supposed to do while I'm doing this? So maybe it's like, oh, you realize how much more present you are when you're, like, cooking your dinner, when you're eating it, when you're, like, going on your walk, like, when you're doing anything. I think she just kind of said, like, she didn't expect how much it was going to change how she lives in the present, and I thought that was really cool. I don't know. I loved it. And then now she kind of still does it a little bit. Like, she's not fully off of everything, but she has, like, time limits on all of her social media now. Like, she allows herself certain minutes a day on each platform. So
That's so cool.
yeah, it's really cool. And I'm like, I'm inspired, but also at the same time, I do love how much I've made being active on social media like a big part of my life, like with the podcast and like book space
Yeah,
and our online
I
friends.
know. That's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance when like so much of what we do really is like inter interconnected, intertwined with media and like being chronically online. And
Mm,
like with the podcast and with the book and just everything, like no, we have to be paying attention to the trends, and to pay attention to the trends we need to be online probably more often than we would like. Because like so many things, like you tell me, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm
right.
like, shoot. I feel like I'm on all the time, but also maybe not, I don't know. um but I'm like, wow, that's I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place with that, because I'm like, shoot, I need to get off my phone, but then I'm like, dang, I need to get back on my phone so that I can post, or so that I
Right.
can look things up and do research or whatever. I'm like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
lord.
I feel like it's a little bit part of why we've like almost rejected the like idea of daily posting, like having to post every day. Because it's like
Mm-hmm.
there's other things you could do every day besides like post to like interact and be active, and like maybe like yeah, we post stories every day, but we're just we're not in a place to like prioritize obviously actually having posts every day. At least
Yeah.
now. I think later we're gonna hit a point where like when we're like promoting our book and things that we're gonna be like, we need reels every day or whatever. But no, I don't love that. Because it also like I feel like it just sets you up to feel like the pressure to need to be online or constantly creating content and just anything digital. And then I think it also it's like it motivates you to be sucked in digitally, and then it also kind of creates the expectation or motivates your audience, your
Mm-hmm.
friends, your followers to be so like super active digitally so that they don't miss a post, so that they share every post they, it's kind of like, oh, I'm I'm feeding into the fire of the idea that we should all be online every single day, every single moment, and not miss a post.
Yeah, I mean, and then it also like takes away the fun of it, because then it goes from, which
Right, like am I
we're
not
gonna be
looking,
talking
am
about
I
this in a second.
like something to look forward to?
Yeah, and like I love the fact that we're going to talk about this in a second, but it goes from, oh my gosh, yay, I get to be on social media, to, oh my gosh, I have to be on social media.
Yeah, no, literally. um yeah, that's a good transition into that. Like our next segment, we mentioned at the beginning we wanted to talk about like
We're a segment show now.
yeah, we're segments. um like how to stop taking the day to day for granted, because that's a huge part of living in the moment. And um I think when you are someone who starts to live in the moment more than you used to, that's like the realization is how much you were taking the day to day things for granted. So we figured we would talk a little bit about how you can stop doing that, because I think thinking about those mindset shifts before you, I don't know, start practicing living in the moment, almost helps you figure out how to, or other ways to like motivate yourself. Yeah, and the one Issa said was so true, and I think the most important one is making the shift from I have to do this to I get to do this. And it like you can literally copy paste that on anything in your life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I I've heard so many people talk about this in podcasts, and it's almost every single time there's like people asking for submissions for like advice on things in your life or whatever. Anytime I have submitted to those things or like have given what I'm thinking of, they all give me the like really good advice that are like the things I need to hear, but it's like, okay, not what I wanted to hear, cuz but it's like good. It's obviously what I not what I wanted to hear, but what I needed to hear, because
Yeah.
I just obviously looking in it myself, like I don't want to accept that the problem is my mindset.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was looking for someone to validate what I wanted to be the problem, you know? But then
Yeah.
they had the better advice of like change your
Yeah.
mindset from I have to do this to I get to do it.
Yeah. And like that's something that I've challenged myself to do, um, probably at least since college is like, okay, I don't have to do this. I get to do this. I mean, yeah, I have to do this, but I also have the
The opportunity.
opportunity to do something that others might not have. And so I should take advantage of that while I still have it, because XYZ, you know? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
shoot. And like, this isn't just advice for like living in the moment, but it's just advice for like, honestly, having a happier life. Because if,
Mm-hmm.
like, for me, I know when I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do a million things today, I'm dragging my feet the whole way, and it's like not fun. Like, I'll get everything done, but I'm like, I didn't have a good time. But then when I'm in a better mood, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I have like all these things to do today. I'm so excited that like I get to do them, blah blah blah. And like I do them, I'm like, wow, how fun of a day. Wow, amazing. I'm so great. Look at me. Um and I'm just like, wow. I'm just like a much happier and joyful person just with the simple mindset shift. Sorry, that was so
Right.
slow. Mindset shift. um yeah.
No, I love that. It's so true. Like the other day, I was like, oh, like I have to go to the store after work and pick up the like chicken for my dinner tonight because like for whatever reason we didn't get it the day before. I don't know. But I was like, I have to go to the store and do this after work. But then I was like, oh, no, like I get to I get to like have a longer drive home. Like I get to listen to more songs on my way home from work. I get to have my windows down longer and listen to my playlist and like go to the store and like it's literally was one thing. It was like I just have to run in and get this one thing. So it's not like it's really taking anything away from me. And it's like fun. Sometimes also running errands by yourself sometimes feels kind of fun. And then it was
Mhm.
like, and then after that, and I haven't been like cooking dinner for the last couple months because Zeke was taking some time off work, and it's kind of like now shifting again that he's gone back to work. So I'm like, oh, I get to like take my time cooking again until he gets home. I get to like be present that way, and I get to do these things. So
Mhm.
it's like fun to like do some of those things again that like you don't realize you maybe missed doing, or because sometimes also if you're just in like a slump and you're in a funk and you're in a rut, you have this have to do mindset about the things you do love to do and your hobbies and the things you want to do. Like anytime
Mhm.
we're in like a creative slump and like we're kind of questioning what we're doing or whatever, I always, when we're kind of coming out of it, I feel like I all I had to do is remind myself like you want to do this,
Yeah.
like with the pod, it's like when we kind of had our hiatus or whatever, it's like we didn't have to come back, like we didn't have to twice we didn't have to come back twice. We never had to come back, we never had to keep doing the podcast, like we never had we never felt like we had to keep doing it. It's just like, hey, but when you kind of burn out or get in a rut like this, you maybe are thinking like I have to keep doing it, versus like if you shift your mindset and you think, oh, but like it's so awesome that I get to do this with my best friend, and it's so awesome that like I'm doing the things I say I want to do. And I think you just kind of need that mindset shift to get you out of the funk, especially if it's like revolving around your hobbies and desires.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I honestly like have to do versus get to do could be a whole conversation
Oh
topic in
yeah.
and of itself. Maybe we'll have an advice month. Advice August. JK. We already have a theme for August. Um
And it's much better than
yeah,
advice.
it is. It is. But yeah, no, I that's so good. That's so good. Um yeah, so stop taking the day to day for granted, but like take advantage of the day to day. Like two
Mm-hmm.
different things. Advantage and for granted, two different things. Change your mindset from I have to do to I get to do, and I promise, you know what, even if you're still kind of dragging your feet, you're going to be in a better mood
Mm-hmm.
because if that happens for me, I feel like that would happen for anyone.
Right.
And another thing that is so easy that I feel like we forget about a lot is just like recognizing the people around you more. LOL, words of F. And just be like, hey, I really appreciate that you did this. Or, hey, thanks for being my friend. Or, oh my gosh, you're great. Like just like small things, like whether they're physically around you or it's just like online. Just, you know, cuz how fun would that be? Someone's like, "Oh my gosh. Hey, how's it going? Miss you, love you. You're doing great. I'm proud of you." Just like out of nowhere. Cuz I mean, maybe you have like those talks a lot, but maybe you don't. So it's like, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah. No, like I think it's almost seems like it's like, oh, that'd be nice, or like, and you're like, oh, maybe it seems silly to out of nowhere start trying to like affirm the people around you all the time. But I swear, it's like with the day to day, I think some of the things you take for granted the most is like even just your small like conversations with people, like at work or when you're talking to your friends or something. And I feel like if you get in the habit of like at the end of the day or something, like just like appreciating your friends and being like, oh, like I'm so glad we talked about this, or like
Mhm.
talk like you had a really unique perspective, or like I don't know, just like even like working meetings and things at work, like I don't know, just try to like really be showing up and affirming the people around you, because I think it's not only gonna help you recognize like those moments of your day, but also them too. Like everyone's gonna benefit from it. And it will help you just like be in the present, because you could so easily just like not really engage with the people around you, and like yeah, you talk with your friends all day but you never tell them like that was really fun, or like oh my gosh,
Mhm.
the that was really fun text after hanging out. So girl.
Yes. I mean, even if words of affirmation isn't your love language, it's still like it still just makes you feel so good saying, "Hey, I appreciate you for this," or "That was really fun. Let's do it again," or "Thanks for being my friend." Like it just makes you feel good to help other people feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Even if their love language isn't words of affirmation, people
It's a
still
good
like to hear nice things
practice.
about themselves.
Yeah, it's a good practice that is easily forgotten.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, love that. The next one is one that I'm really bad at and I do not do, but I want to do. Like any kind of like daily, maybe not even daily, but I think the point is daily journaling, or like make sure you're practicing gratitude, which I guess the one before was words of aff was also practicing gratitude, but like even if it's a small way of getting yourself to list out a couple highlights of your day before you go to bed, or like if you live with a roommate or something, asking them like, hey, how was your day, what was the best part of your day, and then like I don't, you guys both kind of trading those back and forth. Like talk about what the best part of your day was. Write it down, even if it's in like your notes app or something. Just like it helps you remember one what you did with your day, because sometimes like someone will ask me like, "How was your day?" when we get to night, and I'm like, "What did I do?" Or I think that's me every Monday when I get back to work and someone asks me, "How was your weekend?" I'm always just like, good, I didn't do anything. And then I'm like, oh, but I had this for dinner and I had this, and then I read, and so I'm like, okay, I did do things. So yeah, just finding a way that works for you to journal or practice gratitude, just like recognize the highs of your day. You can recognize the lows too. I think it is important.
Yeah. I think like having an attitude of gratitude is so, so, so important. And like there are studies that show that like people who like when you show gratitude, you just have a happier heart,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Um don't ask me for the studies. I don't know where they are. I just remember looking into it in like high school and college. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, wait, that makes so much sense." Because I know that when I like do appreciate the things in life, like whether they're like seemingly big things or seemingly small things, or like even the not so great moments of life, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm still grateful for this because it taught me XYZ, or like I'm grateful for this because now I have an experience in this that like I know how I would react in future scenarios, or like I can like better prepare myself for something or whatever. Like just an attitude of gratitude, so important. And like ultimately life is only going to be better if you're gracious and grateful. um it's not going to be worse because you're full of gratitude. I
Right.
promise.
Yeah. Literally. Oh, so true. Um, wow, we're already at our last point. Something I did not even think about, but I saw on Pinterest was like, yo, you complain. Like you're if you find yourself being someone who's like always complaining, like I think it's important to check yourself when you kind of like find yourself stuck in that loop. It's just like a negative, like you're like a hamster on a hamster wheel. You're like stuck just complaining all the time. Me. Like, and I think part of it is maybe like it's sometimes the only thing you know how to like start a conversation, or like maybe with some of your friends the only thing you do is complain, so like that's just the base of what you talk about. um or like I think it's easy when you live with like a roommate or a partner or something and you're together 24/7, like it's so easy to just like, or your family even, yeah, it's so easy to just like, you're with them all the time, what are you going to talk about? You're just going to be like, my tummy hurts, oh my head hurts, oh I don't want to get up, like that's all you do, and you're going to just like be so, you're gonna drag. I feel like at least that's what happens to me. Is I just drag through my day to day. I don't look forward to my tasks. That complaining and having the have to do mindset really go hand in hand. um, but yeah, if you find yourself complaining all the time, it will start to affect like your mood, your relationships with people, and throughout the day, it'll just like, I feel like your brain's just gonna be encouraged to keep that same thought process going. Like, if I tell people right away at work, this is like the example on the thing I saw on Pinterest, which is kind of funny, but it is so real. If I come into work and I'm like, we're all like, oh my gosh, I did not get good sleep last night. Like, I woke up and couldn't fall back asleep because it was thunderstorming for hours. Then all day, if I'm like, oh, my head's starting to hurt, it's definitely because I didn't get enough sleep. Oh, I just feel like I can't focus. It's because of the thunderstorm. It's because I couldn't sleep. Like, then you get to the end of the day and you're like, dang, I didn't have to like keep that going through my whole day.
Yeah, as the queen of complaining. Oh my gosh. No, literally when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh. Did not have to. I mean, glad you did, but also, like, did not have to call me out like that. So yeah, ultimately, complaining, it's not cute behavior, but we all do it, and there, we have to be gracious with ourselves and gracious with others, in it, and like hold ourselves accountable, hold other like our friends, people in our circles accountable, be like, hey, how's it going, because you don't sound like you're doing great, what's going on. And
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I know I complain a lot. I tell everyone, I'm like, listen, I know I complain a lot, but blah blah blah, and I make excuses for it. So I need to stop making excuses for it and just be like, okay, I get to do, um I really appreciate you, and also let me be grateful. Let me practice some gratitude right now.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like, just like those little things add up and like become big things, and then they just make your life and everyone around you's life so much better.
Mm-hmm. Uh, that's so true. And like, another thing you could do with that is you could think kind of like how we do our roses and thorns. Like, if you're complaining so much, you could be like, okay, well, or even if your friends complain, you could say, okay, well, that can be your thorn, but like, let's make sure you have a rose. Or like, that can be your thorn, but let's make sure like we take advantage of the day and like get in a positive mindset. There's still so much
Mm-hmm.
more to the day, and we can get a rose.
Yeah. Or maybe there isn't a rose, but there
There's a
there
bud.
will always be a bud. There will always be a bud.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, a bud is like something you're looking forward to
Mm-hmm.
because it hasn't happened yet, but it's blooming.
There's
It's going to
opportunity.
bloom. Yeah. So you don't always have to have a rose. You don't always have to have a thorn, but you do have to have a bud, and that is Issa's rule.
You always have to have one.
Yeah, except for us when we do roses and
All
thorns, we
right, we
don't
don't
think
have
about the
that one.
future.
We talk enough with Joe's roses and thorns. We don't need a buds.
Real. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, but this was so good. Like, I definitely needed this because Lord knows I need to implement all this stuff into my own life.
Yeah.
Um And unfortunately, it is a lot harder said than done. But like simultaneously, these are such easy and simple things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I'm
like
inspired.
it's only as hard as you make it.
Mm.
You get out of it what you put into it. And if you don't put much effort into it, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So live
Love
off
that.
love.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying things that are a little uncomfortable or like I've always had a hard time doing that I know would help me in the long run be better at
I'll
living in
ask
the
you
moment.
every single day if you've journaled.
Hey, have you thanked anyone for being your friend yet today?
Thanks for being my friend.
Oh.
That's so funny. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, so obviously we're gonna end the episode as we always do with our song of the week we
Yeah.
love. And you know what? This just sets us up for a great rest of our day
It
because
does.
this is like our favorite part of every episode.
It's a little reward at the end. It's our sweet treat.
Yes! Oh my gosh, it is! Oh my gosh, I love that. That's such a good way of thinking about it.
Song of the week
Ah,
is our sweet treat. It rhymes. It's meant to be.
yes! Love that. Okay, so Sam, what is your song of the week?
Okay, my song of the week is Tangerine by Tommy Newport. And I found this song on like a daily mix or something on Spotify. Um, and I was like, I feel like I know this song. And I think it's just because it has kind of that like 70s kind of rock feel, but it's like newer indie music. And I think I've also maybe heard it on like Reels or TikTok at some point. But I've been listening to it a lot because it's so fun and summery. And like I said, just feels so 70s. So I love it. What's yours?
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Mine is Feeling Country by Thomas Rhett. It just came out recently, yesterday I think. And it's on the Twisters movie soundtrack, which, side note, whole note, I am so stoked for Twisters. Oh
It
my
looks
gosh.
so
Like
good.
the
I'm scared,
soundtrack
but it
is
looks good.
so good so far. And Glenn Powell. Hey.
Hey.
Love. I don't even know what this movie's about. All I know is Glenn Powell's in it and he's a storm chaser or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole soundtrack is gone great. So I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah. No, the trailer looks really good. And if you guys don't know, my biggest fear is natural disasters. And I'm terrified of tornadoes, obviously. But I really want to see the movie. It looks so good.
What if we see it in Utah?
We so good. That'd be fun.
Oh my gosh. No, I was telling my sister, I was like, we're gonna be in Utah when it comes out. She's like, we should go see it. I said,
We should. I love a
Let's see what we can do.
vacation movie.
that could be fun. Oh my gosh. We start the day off with Twisters and then we see Nile later.
That's funny.
So scary. Oh my gosh. Well, this was so good, so fun. We hope you guys enjoyed this conversation, got something out of it. If you have anything that you'd like to tell us or like what you do, let us know because that would be fun. So cutie. But yeah, if you haven't already, please rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else allows rates and reviews because it just helps get Likewise out there and helps, I don't know, other people find it. And we want more friends.
Yeah.
So
Always.
make your friends our friends.
Exactly. And your friend can be your accountability buddy for living in the present. So
Yes. Oh my gosh. In leadership in high school, we had accountability buddies and we had to do like these like task like character building assignments every week and literally just becoming a better person. So like like the assignments would like vary. Anyways, I could talk about that later. But we called them accountability buddies.
ooh, I love that.
Yeah, so fun. Anyways. Oh yeah, and then also follow us on Instagram at likewise_pod. And then you can find our personals and then our other various many accounts and and also Same Way Books at Same Way Books on Instagram for book content. Yeah, so good. So fun. I know I already said those, but that's how I feel every single time. So, Sam, thank you so much for spending like an hour of your time with me on this 4th of July. Spoiler, that's when we recorded. um, yeah, I hope you have a really great rest of your day.
Thanks, Issa, and likewise to you all.
Bye.
Bye.